So good morning student, once again welcome back to online chemistry classes Sri Guru College. See the last to lecture 12 I completed 15th group elements, 16th group elements and 17th group elements, that is nicogens, chalcogens and halogens. Okay. Now this period I will try to complete noble gases, 18 group elements, right? That is it. Now this 18 group of the periodic table, these are commonly, very famously known as noble gases. Okay, they are called noble gases. Why they are called noble gases? You already know very well. Because they are having complete octet, 8 electrons in the valence set, that is NH2 NP6 configuration. That's why 18 group elements are also called noble gases. Even they are also called rare gases. They are also called rare gases. Or they are also called by another name, even inert gases. Inert gases. Or they are also called by another name, aerogens. Or aerogens. Okay, that is aerogens. See, they are called noble gases. Why? Because they are having complete octet, 8 electrons in the outermost orbit. Right? They are called rare gases. Why? Because they are present in atmospheric air. The main source of this noble gas is atmospheric air, and in the atmospheric air they are present only 1% by value. That's why they are called rare gases. Right? The point. They are called rare gases. Rare gases because they are present in atmospheric air. They are present in atmospheric air. 1% by that. Right? So therefore they are called as rare gases. Even they are called aerogens. Why? Because they are present in atmospheric air. That's why they are called aerogens. See, very less, 1% up to 1% by value. Approximately 1% by value. And they are called inert gases because they are inert, means they are non-reactive. Because of complete octet, stable electronic configuration, they are lazy, unreactive towards any other reagent. That's why they are called inert gases. And they are called aerogens because they are present in the atmospheric air. The main source of noble gas is what? That is atmospheric air. Remember, main source. Point to be noted. Main source of noble gases. Main source of noble gases is atmospheric air. Very, very important for one marks question. Very repeatedly asked question in the theory. In the theory, see, they have asked us so many times for 1 marks. Okay, very repeated. Then, right. Okay. Then commercial. Apart from that, means in these noble gases, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. Except helium, all other noble gases, they are octet. They are having 8 electrons in the valence shell, NH2 NP6 configuration. Except helium, because helium is doublet, having only 2 electrons, not 8 electrons in the valence shell. Okay. Right. The next, see, the main commercial source, helium. Actually, this was the first noble gas discovered. The main commercial source for helium is especially the what we call it as minerals of pitch blende. Okay, that is uranium ore pitch blende. Then clavide pitch blende. Like this, they are in the form of minerals of the uranium minerals. Pitch blende, clavide. They are we can extract this what helium. Okay. Not only pitch blende, that is clavide. even the commercial source for helium is natural gas. Very important. Commercial source of helium, first noble gas, is a natural gas. Apart from which plant covered, okay, and this is what we call as commercial source is natural gas. While doing this fact means out of 1%, they are first by year they are extracted by Ramsay and Rayleigh's method. Okay, by Ramsay and Rayleigh's method. Then they are separated each other by using Dewar's charcoal method. Actually, they are deleted from your syllabus. In the older syllabus, they were there. They are isolated from atmospheric air by Ramsay and Rayleigh's method. Then they are separated each other individually by, that is what, Dewar's charcoal adsorption method. Okay, right. So one mass question here also. Names a noble gas which cannot be isolated from atmospheric air. What is that? Radon. Because radon is a radioactive noble gas. And the gas which cannot be isolated from atmospheric air is same, radon only. Right? And the gas which is not at all absorbed by any of the charcoal in Dewar's charcoal adsorption method is helium. Okay? Right. Please try to remember these. These are the one mass question. Generally they will arise and very important even for CET and for NEET purpose and for even 1 marks theory. Definitely. See, these are very recently asked for theory questions for 1 marks. Commercial source, natural gas, but the main source, atmospheric gas. Apart from this, Flitch blend, uranium, that is a mineral, and clavite sand, it is found in the form of minerals. Okay, right. So then after this, now I will tell you what these noble gases consist of. See, noble gases, they consist of, you already know very well, that be helium, okay, neon, argon, krypton, right, xenon, right, then radon. Atomic number 2, 10, 18, 36, 54 and 26. Helium were discovered by the scientist Lockyer. In the year 1868. Generally, normally it is called Helios. Right, the word Helios means sun's atmosphere. It is called Helios. These are extra information students I am giving you. Right? Helios. Like this neon, Ramsay and Travers in 1898. Okay, and this is called neo, means new. It is called neo because of its bright white light. Okay, argon, Ramsay and Rayleigh. Discovered argon the year 1894. Okay, and this is called inert. Or it is also called lazy. Right? Inert, that is lazy. Then krypton, Ramsay and Travers, the year 1898, and this is called hidden. That means this gas is just packed in some cavities unoccupied vacant space of the coordination compounds, so they are called clathrate compounds. Okay, that is hidden. Xenon, same, Ramsay and Travers. Ramsay and co-worker Travers both in 1898 they discovered 3 noble gases, that is neon, krypton and xenon. This is called stranger. Okay, stranger. And radon, that is Frederick Dorn has discovered the year 1900 by the radioactive disintegration of radium. Okay, like this. This is just a history discovery. Just you should know, especially for competitive examples. Look here, for the first time we have noticed helium in the sun's atmosphere. That's why it is also called helios. Neon, because of a bright white light, it is called as neon, which is discovered by Ramsay Travers. They discovered in 1898 three noble gases: neon, krypton, and xenon. Okay, but Ramsay and Rayleigh, actually the credit goes to Rayleigh. Rayleigh discovered argon in the 1894. Okay, that is called inert or lazy. Inert gas, generally it is used as inert atmosphere purpose for welding purpose in metallurgical process. Then once again Ramsay Travers, that is krypton is called hidden and xenon is stranger, and radon is a radioactive noble gas which cannot be isolated from atmospheric air. That means in the atmospheric air you can isolate only helium, neon, argon, krypton and xenon, but not radon. Okay, this is information regarding extra information regarding the CET and NEET competitive examinations. Okay, right. Now coming to students, as I told you, now I will tell you another important points regarding these noble gases. Okay, most abundant noble gas. Most abundant noble gas. Out of this helium, neon, argon, krypton, and xenon. Most abundant noble gas is what? That is argon. Out of 1%, 0.93% by valency. Very important. 0.93% by valency. It is present out of 1%. Therefore, most abundant is argon. And least abundant noble gas is what? Xenon. Okay, xenon about 5.4 into 10 raised to minus 5. Very less by 12. That much least percentage it is 12. Okay, and I told you main source for noble gas is atmospheric air and commercial source for helium. Apart from that, pitchblende, monazite sand and clavite. And repeat, pitchblende, monazite sand and clavite. These are minerals of uranium from which you can also get source of helium commercially from natural gas. Okay, compression of the natural gas, compressed natural gas, you can get the helium. And helium exists actually in two parts, helium 1 and helium 2. Helium 2 has a power to diffuse into, that is glass rubber, okay, against the gravity. This is one of the unique character of helium 2, right? That is called, usually it is compared to tailing of mercury. But this helium 2, it will diffuse into glass, rubber, some what we call it as amorphous substances, right? Okay. Then after this, see, after all these general informations, now I will tell you electronic configuration, normal as well, physical properties, then we will go for its cover. Okay, this much you should know compulsory. Right. Now I will take you to actually electronic configuration, just already know. Helium is called doublet because it is having 2 electrons, 1s2. Neon octet, that is 8, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. Argon 18 is called inert, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. Okay, then krypton 36, which is called that is hidden. Okay, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d10, 4s2, 4p6, right? Then after xenon 54 according to Kelvin's rule, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d10, 4s2, 4p6, 4d10. Then you can write it as 5s2, 5p6. After this, radon 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3en. Okay. After this, 4s2, 4p6, 4en, 4f14. Right? Okay. Then 5s2, 5p6, 5d10, 6s2, 6p6. That's it. Okay. So 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 4p6, 5s2, 5p6, 6s2, 6p6. That's why what is the electronic configuration? General electronic configuration of noble gases. Okay, noble gas is NH2 NP. That's why complete octet 2 plus 6 8 electron. Because of the stable electronic configuration, these noble gases are called inert gases, LEG gases, unreactive gases. Got it? Okay. Now down the group. What about atomic radii, sir? Generally atomic radii increases from helium to radon because due to increase in atomic size. What about ionization enthalpy, sir? Ionization enthalpy from helium to radon decreases. Why? Because atomic radius increases because they are inversely proportional. But remember, these are having the highest ionization enthalpy than all other elements in the whole periodic table because they are having octet configuration, LS2-sp6 configuration. They are most stable. You cannot remove the electrons easily except helium. All other having octet. Helium is duplet. Neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, they are all octet, complete 8 electrons. Therefore, high ionization energy, okay, and 0 electron gain enthalpy, 0 electronegativity. They don't have electronegativity, right? Because stable electron gain enthalpy also 0, right? Even valency is also 0. That's why these are also called as 0 group elements. Valency 0. Why? Because they have complete satisfaction. उनका full plate बन गया क्योंकि सभी complete octet है. So except right? They are called 0 group elements because of 0 valency, 0 electron gain enthalpy, 0 electron, no electronegativity, but they are having positive, high positive electron gain enthalpy values. Because generally you know electron gain enthalpy is exothermic, it is negative, but no, having positive. That means they do not have capacity to accept bonded pair of electron towards its alpha because they are completely filled. Due to symmetric arrangement, they gain extra stability according to Hooke's rule. Okay. So that's about atomic radii, ionization enthalpy, electron gain enthalpy, electronegativity. Right? These are physical properties. Now, sir, what is remaining? Now, let's once again physical properties. Physical properties only. That's mainly how they exist. Monatomic or diatomic. All in terms of physical properties. Remember, students, these noble gases, they are all monoatomic gases. Colorless, odorless, monoatomic gases. Only one atom in the gas is state, insoluble in water, held by weak van der Waals forces of attraction. They are very predominantly held by weak van der Waals forces of attraction. Okay. Right, and these are these are lazy. They don't have. They are called inert gases. They do not react. Why? Because they are completely octet. Still, as the down the group ionization energy decreases from helium to radon. Xenon is having the least ionization enthalpy. Therefore, it has high tendency to provide a vacant d orbital and low ionization energy. It has a capacity to form the compounds of noble gas. Right? That's why the question arises. Why only xenon form compounds with the fluorine? Only with fluorine, why not others? The reason is fluorine is the most electronegative element, this is one. And another one, xenon is having the least ionization energy. Right? Therefore it can form a cation. And fluorine most electronegative. Fluorine, it will attract bonded pair of electron from xenon. Xenon will donate. So this makes them to form a noble gas compound. So, using this character, the first prepared noble gas, compounds of Neil Bartlett. See, in the year 1856, Neil Bartlett has discovered, in the year 1962, 1962 is a very recent. Neil Bartlett discovered first known noble gas compound. First known noble gas compound. So just now you told noble gas are unreactive, do not react. But what is that's why I am telling you the reason is what? Because of low ionization enthalpy of xenon and high electronegativity of fluorine make them to react. First known noble gas compound of xenon is called as XCPTF6. Okay, XCPTF6 xenon hexafluoro platinate 5. This is the IUPAC name of first known prepared noble gas compound. Very pakka question in the theory for 2 to 3 marks. Explain Neil Bartlett reaction or explain formation of first known noble gas compound. Its IUPAC name is xenon hexafluoroplatinate 5. What is 5? Is the oxidation number of the central atom. So when you write XCPTF6 by X-ray diffraction method, for it exists as Xc plus and PTF6 minus. So this is the X. Okay, this is a positive atom plus 1 according to X-ray diffraction plus X. 6 into charge of the fluoride is minus 1, but external charge is minus 1 above it. Okay. So taking this concept of 1 plus X minus 6 is equal to minus 1. X minus 5 is okay. Right. 6 into minus 1. This is minus 1, right? Minus 1, so X is equal to, this is XCPTF6. Okay, right. 1 plus X minus 6 is equal to 0, X minus 5 is equal to 0, because this will get cancelled. Charge will be 0, and this is 0. Therefore X is equal to plus 5. So always this oxidation state should be written in numerical form as 5 like this. Okay. Let us repeat once again. By X-ray diffraction method, this orange colored crystal solid exists as Xc plus PTF6 minus. Okay, plus minus means neutral compound. Remove this. Got it? So whatever element there is asked, that is taken as X. This is xenon, 1 atom. Okay, that is therefore 1 positive charge, 1. Zero valency no doubt, but generally see. Xenon, 0 valency, it is 0 plus 6 into plus X plus 6 into minus 1 is equal to minus 1. Okay. So X minus 6 is equal to minus 1. So X is equal to minus 6 will become plus 6. 6 minus 1, therefore X is equal to 1. That's only correct, plus 1. Plus 5 oxidation state. Okay. This is how you can write IUPAC name of first known compound. If they ask you for 2 to 3 marks, explain. Actually, first Neil Bartlett has mixed dioxygen O2 and platinum hexafluoride, and he was successful in getting O2PTF6. The name of this compound is dioxygenyl hexafluoro platinate. This is actually yellow color crystalline solid. It is also by X-ray diffraction method O2 plus PTF6 minus cation and anion. But when he ionized, comparable, they have comparable ionization energy. When he compared comparable ionization energy of xenon. Okay, and this yes, xenon 1175, whereas this is oxygen 1170 kilojoules per mole. Kilojoules per mole. When they compare almost energy, they are very much comparable, very much nearer. He has tried instead of oxygen, why not try with the xenon? Therefore, he mixed xenon with the platinum hexafluoride and he was successful in getting O2PtF6. Orange solid, and this was yellow solid. Okay, this is the compulsory to write this reaction, and this reaction compulsory. If it was for 3 marks. Reaction carries 1 mark, explanation carries 1 mark, and comparable energy is very, very important. Very, very important. These have to happen. Okay. Like this, he has prepared first known noble gas compound and is called as xenon hexafluoroplatinate 5. Xenon hexafluoroplatinate 5. By discovering this, subsequently, another compounds of xenon we have discovered. What are those? Let us see one by one. That means low ionization energy of xenon and high electronegativity of fluorine make them to produce after this XePtF6. Several compounds we have prepared. What are those? Xenon difluoride. First one. Next, xenon tetrafluoride. XeF2. Next, xenon hexafluoride. Okay. Then third, even with oxygen also, xenon oxy tetrafluoride. Then xenon dioxygen difluoride. Even xenon oxygen, xenon oxy difluoride. Okay. And lastly, even he has prepared xenon trioxide, XeO3. Like this, after XePtF6, xenon difluoride, xenon tetrafluoride, xenon hexafluoride, xenon oxy tetrafluoride, xenon dioxygen difluoride, xenon oxy difluoride, xenon trioxide. Okay, even alone in this, even krypton difluoride and radon difluoride, with radioactive traces, they are also being prepared. Okay, that's why, see the low ionization energy of xenon, electronegativity of fluorine make them to form like this. And here one question, pakka for NEET, 100% question, keep in the mind, 100% one question, we using VSEPR theory. That I will going to tell you. Okay, but before that, these are all fluorinating agents. They act as powerful fluorinating agents, and they are highly reactive compounds because fluorine is most electronegative. They undergo hydrolysis easily to form respective compound. That I will tell you one by one. Along with their importantly, what is that? Structure using VSEPR theory. Okay. All these xenon compounds, they are crystalline solids. Sublime at 298 Kelvin. Sublime at 298 Kelvin means directly convert from solid to gaseous state. Okay. And remember, these are all reactive, undergo hydrolysis with water very easily. Why? Because of the high reactivity. Okay, right. And these are all diamagnetic, no paramagnetic. Okay. With this, I will tell you hydrolysis nature. Hydrolysis in the 3D we will ask you. See, xenon difluoride undergo hydrolysis with water. And what will you form? Xe and HF along with O. That is oxygen is 2, right? Therefore 2HF, 4 hydrogen, 4HF, charged fluorine atom, 2HCl2, so 2HC. So xenon difluoride undergo hydrolysis to form xenon hydrogen fluoride and liberates oxygen. This is first. Then section, then xenon tetrafluoride, XeF4. Okay, this will undergo hydrolysis to form xenon tetrafluoride, xenon trioxide, hydrogen fluoride, as well as oxygen. Now balancing the equation. Let us start with the 4Xe here, 2XeO2, total 6, right? 6 FeO2. Now 24. If we make it as 24. Fluorine balance. Now it is remaining hydrogen at the last and oxygen, right? Okay. 2 3s are 6 plus 2. Okay, now 12 S2. Hydrogen also, see, automatically balance. See, 2 3s are 6, and you can write here 3 over and over. See, 6 plus 6, oxygen also balance, hydrogen also balance, and xenon is also completely balanced. All are balanced. Like this, xenon tetrafluoride will go ahead and form xenon element, xenon trioxide, HF, and liberates O2. Now coming to xenon hexafluoride, very important. Xenon hexafluoride with 1 mole, 3 mole excess, 3 moles of water, excess water. Okay, final product will form xenon trioxide plus HF, very important. 6 HF over time. Okay, and xenon difluoride with limited amount of water, 2 moles of water. What it will form? Xenon oxy tetrafluoride and HF over and on. Okay, sorry, XeO2F2. Got it? So 4 HF. Then xenon hexafluoride reacts with very limited, only 1 mole of water to form xenon oxy tetrafluoride and very just a second. 3 moles it will form xenon trioxide. With 2 moles xenon dioxide difluoride. With only 1 mole xenon tetrafluoride. Very important. One is very important. DDIMP for theory. One pakka question in theory in the form of fill up the blanks will come. Okay. Xenon trioxide, xenon dioxide difluoride, xenon oxy tetrafluoride. Okay. Now, very interestingly, how these compounds are prepared, especially HCF2, HCF4 and HCF6, they are for reversibles. And this is hydrolysis purely for CET purpose. This is for theory and this is for CET. See, these have to practice more students because you will get bored. Balancing equation is very tough task in inorganic chemistry. Right? So this is 24. Okay. Now coming to preparation of this xenon difluoride, xenon tetrafluoride and xenon hexafluoride. Xenon fluoride, okay. See, XeF2, 670 degree Kelvin temperature, 1 bar pressure, right? This is fluorine, F2. See, equal moles of 1:1. Right, at 1 bar pressure, you get xenon difluoride. Xenon is 1:5%. You get xenon tetrafluoride, 2F. Right, but remember, this will be 873 Kelvin and 7 bar pressure. And this one with 3 moles, but it is 1:20 by bar, they are mixed up. You get xenon hexafluoride. 573 Kelvin, but at 70 bar pressure. And pressure increases, see, temperature decreases, you will form xenon hexafluoride. Even this xenon hexafluoride is also prepared by HCOF4 plus O2F2 dioxide difluoride. You get HCF6 plus O2, you will get it. Like this, these are the preparations. But these are all crystalline solids. Some blanks at 298 Kelvin, water insoluble. Undergo hydrolysis easily. Just now I told you. They undergo hydrolysis and give you different. Okay. This is about their preparation and their chemical properties, even physical properties, almost all over. Now what is remaining lastly, students, I will stop it by completing their VSEPR theory. VSEPR theory. Valence cell electron pair repulsion theory. Structure of xenon difluoride, tetrafluoride, hexafluoride. exclusively for me. And one for me. Exclusively for or me and JE mains. Okay. JE mains and advance also. Right? Okay. Coming to the first one, xenon difluoride, XeF2. See, in xenon there are 8 electrons, right? Out of 8 electrons, xenon share 2 electrons with the 2 fluorine atoms left. These are called as what? BP, bonding pair. And remaining 6 as lone levels. And this is called linear shape. 3 bond pair, 2 lone pairs. Actually, sp3d hybridization. Shape should be trigonal bipyramidal, but it is distorted. It is linear shape. Okay. Then xenon tetrafluoride. Out of 8 electrons, you will see with xenon 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bonding pairs. Square planar. Got it? And remaining 1 here and 1. Right? So this is bonding pair, bonding pair, bonding pair, bonding pair. This is LP. Got it? So here 4 bond pair, 2 lone pairs. From your first year knowledge, 6 total 6. sp3 due to hybridization. Expected was octahedral, but distorted octahedral is square planar. Square planar. Very, very important. Okay. Then Xe. F6 xenon hexafluoride. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 5 and 6. What is it? 5 and 6. This is out of 8, no 6 are over, oh sorry, 1 lone pair. So this will be 6 bond pair, 1 lone pair, total it is 7 sp3d hybridization, but this is distorted octahedral. It should be pentagonal, but deviated one is called distorted octahedral. Distorted octahedral. See like this. Very, very important. Definitely one question either xenon difluoride, xenon tetrafluoride or xenon hexafluoride. Okay? Bond pair may ask you, hybridization may ask you, shape may ask you. Got it? Be very careful. And not only this, even I will tell you some more compounds, that is xenon oxytetrafluoride dioxide difluoride. First I will tell you, xenon oxydifluoride. Here also it will share like this. 2 bonding pair with the 2 fluorine atom, 1 double bond here, 2 lone pairs. So 1, 2, 3 respective of bond order, 3 bond pair with 2 lone pair, sp3d hybridization, trigonal bipyramidal, but it is called band T shape or U T shape or T shape. Okay? That XeO2 F2. See, xenon out of once again 8 electrons, XeO2 F2. Double bond to fluorine. Only 1 lone pair remaining. 4, 5th, 6th here, right? So 4 lone pair, 1 lone pair, sp3d hybridization, and this is C-SAR structure, right? Then xenon oxytetrafluoride बच्चों Xe 1, 2, 3, 4 fluorine atom, 4 bonding pair, और एक तो ऑक्सीजन के साथ और एक नीचे लोन पेयर. कितना हो गया? 5 लोन पेयर, 1 लोन पेयर, टोटल कितना? 6. distorted outline, it's a square pyramid. Square pyramidal. Okay. Then lastly, xenon trioxide. Xenon trioxide. Xenon trioxide के लिए just show you the upper side. That is XeO3. Xenon trioxide. What of xenon? It will share C. Double bond O, double bond O, double bond O, and one bond. See, very interesting. 3 bond pairs, or else you can show like this also. 3 bond pairs, right? 1 lone pair. So this is 3pp, 1np. So don't confuse your students here. Whatever with the bond order, it is considered as only 1 pp, not 2 pp, 6. No, 1, 2, 3, 3 pp, 1 np. So it is sp3, but it is trigonal pyramidal. Trigonal pyramidal. Okay, like this another one is there, that is XeO4. XeO4 will be like this. I will show you here. XeO4. Xenon hydroxide. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, sp3, but this is tetra perfectly tetra. 4 bonding. This is the completion of oligo with the structures of xenon compounds. Hydrolysis, I told you. Preparation part also I told. Okay, but this is 100%. What I've already shown you, this all one question compulsory for NEET and JEE mains. If you are lucky, 2 questions can also be asked. Okay, but 100% pakka one question. So this completes all preparation part. So tomorrow's class, you just see once again, I will only highlight and uses of these noble gases, and what part to be read. Very important part is that just I will take only 30 to 30 minutes, and I will guide you how to read this. Okay, so thank you. Enjoy this, and after this I will take another one. That is chapter biomolecules. But it will take after some gap. Okay, thank you. Bye from Panchanath Patil.